Where do you start if you want to change the world? Is it by seeing a nation become energy self-sufficient? Helping charities to be as productive as businesses? By using their talents to give them a livelihood? Big changes like these can start with something small, like asking better questions. So where do you start if you want to change the world? You start right here.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to the Big Chief channel. Joining you today is myself, your host, Aaron Lee. Seems like there is a bit of technical difficulties on the video side, so I'm jumping in early. Um, Without further ado, today we're going to be talking about something interesting, but we'll be joined by none other than Azizan. So, welcome in, Azizan. How are you today?
Oh, Aaron, I'm
How
fine, thank
everyone?
you.
Hi, hi.
How everyone?
Today we're gonna be talking about talent management as well as leadership pipeline and how that affects employee retention, right? And to
Right,
kick
right.
things off, I was wondering if Azizan, if you could explain a little bit about talent management and what that actually means.
Okay, let's talk about guys. Sorry, guys, I'm in HR, so I have to talk about people,
Right.
HR, talent. You see, America's got talent, Britain's got talent. In Malaysia, unfortunately, we don't have Malaysia got talent. Indonesia, they have. So it's all about building, looking at skills, looking at special skills or above average skills that people
Mhm.
have. So talent in the workplace, is a way. Talent here is to describe certain individuals with naturally above average guys, above average skills that help them to perform better, help them to perform better than the rest of the guys in the workplace. Yeah.
Mhm.
So they have the they have the age. Yeah. Why you need to manage these people, this talent? Why you need to manage? Because it helps the employees feel engaged. They
Right.
would be skills, feel motivated, and so forth. So at the end of the day, when they are engaged, they feel motivated. They can they can support the business goals of organization. So very important that you manage these people
Mhm. Mhm.
effectively. Yeah.
And I'm sure that there are a lot of instances where, a lot of people say that employees, they try to job hop around here and there because,
Mhm.
it's my people. I mean, employees' mindset is like it's easier to jump around and slowly find a
Right,
person, the correct person to work with, a correct company to work with. But
right,
um, I was wondering, through your experience, right, decades of
right.
experience, do you have any horror stories about companies trying handling talents wrongly?
Oh yeah, yeah. There's quite a number because guys, let's understand. Let's understand. Number one, talent is very scarce, very difficult to get.
Mm-hmm.
So that we need to properly select, properly attract talent to our organization. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I mentioned this a number of times already. Malaysia has 702 public and private colleges, universities. 702 guys, and every year there are about 340,000 comes out of the university. But we always hear the same problem faced by organization, by managers when they want to do recruitment. They don't have the skills that is required for the organization, and they brought them
Mm-hmm.
in. So basically, that's why we need to understand a few things. I don't want to talk so much about what are the details of the human resource or talent management, but basically, number one, guys, you need to attract your
Right,
organization. How do you want to attract the best person? Yeah. If you are the Tony Fernandez of your organization, people definitely want to join you. But probably
right.
now a little bit problem lah. Yeah. But let's look at the big picture. Let's look at the big picture. Why
Hmm.
people want to join organizations like Google, Petronas, and so forth? Because
Well,
what are the pull factor? What are the attractive factor?
they have very good
Yeah.
career progression, and the branding itself is very strong. Yeah.
Of course, yes, yes, because this organization is an employer of choice. This organization may be also a learning organization. Yeah, it's
Right.
not so much about the salaries, but of course, the salaries are all competitive. So you need to attract guys. You need to attract those people. You need to
Mm-hmm.
attract those people. Once you have attracted those people, then you can select who you want to come into your organization. So you need to recruit
Mm-hmm.
the best. We talked about interviews last week and the week before that. So how do you find the best person? How do you find the best person? You must be always be prepared in terms of interviewing skills. Then when you recruit, first we attract, then we recruit, then we need to develop. We need
That's
to
right.
train these people, guys. We need to train. Yeah, very
Right.
important. Yeah, because everyone comes into the organization, they are looking for a career progression, just like what Aaron says. So we need to develop them. We need to train them. Yeah.
Where do companies usually go wrong in this early phase of getting people in?
Okay. First, you need to understand the people that you select to come into your organization. How did you choose them? Yeah, through your probably to your robust recruitment process.
Right.
Yeah, but you get the best talent coming in. The problem is managers. It's not the responsibility of the HR manager. It's not the responsibility of the CEO, but it's the responsibility of all managers, of all employees within the organization to manage them properly. They are
Mm-hmm.
the best people that you have selected to join your organization, but you do not engage. You are not you do not engage with them. Yeah, the engagement is a problem.
Mm.
We always talked about talent. You come into the organization, I expect you to carry the ball immediately.
Right.
But then,
Speaking about
yeah,
engagement, I'd like to engage with the
yeah,
audience really quick to welcome them
yeah,
in.
yeah,
So welcome
yeah,
Limi Lim, Misha, Michael, as well as Roxanne. Thank you, thank you.
right,
Sorry to cut you off just now.
yeah.
It just
No
reminded me
problem, no
that
problem.
all of a sudden I need to engage with the audience also. So
All
go
right,
ahead,
all
go
right,
ahead.
right, right. Okay. Hello, guys. Welcome. And
Welcome in.
basically, it's very important because if you are a manager, you need to make sure you engage your guys. You need to make sure
Mm.
that you motivate your guys to work to the best of their ability because these people are the best that you have selected. Yeah. But then again, when they come into the organization, you just let them off, you let them be on their own, they
The
cannot
excitement is
succeed,
not there
guys.
anymore, right?
Yeah, they cannot succeed. So you
Yeah.
must need to, have regular dialogues, and so forth.
Right.
So
Right.
very important. We are not
I think.
living in the 70s, or
Right.
in fact some of the early 80s. There's not much engagement.
I think it's very much like you can view it as like a
Right,
conversation. It's always a two-way street and not just like, even though you're paying them a
right.
salary, it doesn't mean that you can
Mhm.
just throw them off. Okay, he can just settle everything for me. It's still
Yes,
a lot to do with, you have to interact with that person and work together with that person, right?
right.
I think that
Remember,
is what
guys.
people take
Right.
advantage of, right? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
We are this time, this round here, this era here. We are managing talent, and
Mm,
talent sometimes they are very very smart. They are faster than the supervisor or the manager. Yeah, they're faster. Huh? So you need to make sure that you engage, you monitor them, you keep them keep them busy with activities, because they can do a lot of things. Yeah, they can do a lot of things. But at the same time, when you attract, you recruit, you develop, you also don't forget to evaluate, need to
mm.
assess these people. That's why we have the performance appraisal. Yeah, but sometimes organization, how they do performance appraisal, how does the organization does the performance appraisal? Yeah, sometimes it's without the face-to-face dialogue. It's very important.
Mm.
Yeah, very important. Yeah, to have a face-to-face dialogue. Yeah, talk
Right.
about the work. So very important. Yeah, it's just I do a lot of these projects with private, government. They say they have a process, but the
Mhm.
process is not effective. We talked about that earlier.
Mm,
If you don't do it effectively, get rid of it. Don't do it.
right.
It's a waste of time. Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
So you must assess and evaluate.
And how does leadership play a role in talent management?
Very important because, as you say, attract, recruit, develop, assess, and evaluate. And why do you need to do all that? All this because if you manage them effectively, these would be your future leaders of the organization.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you groom them right from the beginning when they join your organization. In talent management, we call it developing, growing from within. Yeah, develop your team from within. Yeah, you don't have to look from people outside when the time comes. You have your own people that you have groomed, you have nurtured, you have developed. So very important. And by the end of the day, these people they come into your organization, they automatically goes into your leadership pipeline. Yeah,
Mm,
leadership pipeline. So you need to address that because when you go into the leadership pipeline, you have developed, you have assessed them, you know they are very good. The final one that you need to do is to retain.
yeah,
Make
which
sure
is
you
the
retain. They
hardest part,
don't leave
right?
the organization. Very, very, very difficult. They have to retain. So make
Right.
sure that you know how to do it. Yeah, very important.
Mm,
So guys, I've talked to you about basically for the last few minutes. I told you what HR is all about. ARDAR. Yeah, remember
wow,
ARDAR.
there's an
Attract,
acronym for it, huh?
recruit. Yeah, attract, recruit, develop, assess or evaluate, and retain.
Wait. Attract, recruit, develop, assess, retain.
Yes. So it's the whole process. It's the whole process. It's not HR, but every manager, every leader in the organization. It goes through the leadership pipeline. Everybody goes into the
Mm,
leadership pipeline. Some organization. What happened is, especially there are many organizations they have failed. Sometimes mainly, family businesses.
mhm,
Yeah, family businesses. They have sons, daughters. Father owns a company, and what happened is they appoint the son or daughter
mhm.
into the probably the second highest position within the organization. Yeah,
Oh.
and these people are inexperienced. They may be a good graduate, with graduate from Ivy League university with good grades, but they are inexperienced. They have no
Right.
skills. Yeah, they probably have bad communication skills. They don't know how to respect people. Yeah, and then
Mm.
they are not business savvy.
Mm-hmm.
They are only lucky because the father owns the company. Now what
Right.
happened, guys? They go up the ladder, then they immediately become the deputy CEO or the director of the organization without all the skills that is required to manage people down there. Yeah, the organization exists because of people. But if the person is not able to manage those people, and the organization or the heads of the organization is not able to manage the talent, all your talent get frustrated, guys. They get
Right.
frustrated.
I can only
When
imagine.
they, yeah, when they get frustrated, they cannot move up higher than what they are right now because some dead wood is holding the next position, the highest position in the organization. And what happened? We call the pipeline clogged pipeline.
Clock
Yeah?
pipeline. Like a
Clogged
clock
pipelines.
toilet.
Like clogged toilet, like a clogged longkang or the sungai. That what's happened when rain, heavy rain,
Right. It flood.
it becomes flooded. Yeah, it
The
floods. So
water come
very
out the other
important.
way. It's just like people leaving the company lah.
Yes. So people get frustrated. They leave the organization. They look for
Right.
someone else. They have some other
Ah,
organization. And guys, other organizations are always looking for talent. People who
right.
are talented do not have a problem finding jobs.
Mm.
Do
And
not
that's
have
why
problem finding
that's
jobs.
why talented people they always get headhunted by other companies even though they have like a very high paying job and stuff like that, right?
Yes, yes. Companies are willing to pay the premium on good
Mm.
people. Yeah, they're willing to because these people will bring profitability. It's all about making the business better and so forth. So it's very important. Very important. Yeah, very important.
That's right. Andrew
Right.
Richard just mentioned Longkang Sumbat ka.
Longkang Sumbat. Yeah, Longkang Sumbat. Guys, I want to give you an example. Give you an
Mhm.
example. Ray Kroc. Do you guys know who Ray Kroc is? Anyone know who Ray Kroc is?
Oh, I'm not familiar. What is that?
Ray Kroc. Guys, there was a movie during the pandemic. There was a movie, I think before the pandemic or during the pandemic. It's about Ray Kroc. Yeah, about Ray Kroc. I don't know what, I forgot what the actor's name was. Ray Kroc. Ray Kroc is the one who owns, who made McDonald what they are today.
Ah,
Yeah,
that one.
yeah. McDonald is owned by two brothers, but it's just one store. And
Mm-hmm.
Ray Kroc, he is a sort of a salesman, different types, everything, including vacuum cleaners and so on. When he looked at these two brothers, looked at their business and say, hey, I think there is an opportunity to make your business grow bigger. But those two brothers are not interested. But
Mm-hmm.
somehow he managed to convince them to say, let me take over the business. And what
Mm.
happened? Yeah, the Ray McDonald's founder, McDonald's not founder, but he created the franchising of McDonald's.
Right.
Yeah, franchising of McDonald's.
Oh, the movie is
Okay.
called The Founder, right?
Yeah, the founder. Yeah, betul. Yes. Yeah, the founder. Okay, yeah, right. So what happened? We talked about talent management. What happened is one day when the business has established, the business is quite stable. So Ray Kroc called all his stakeholders, called all the franchisors to a very, very important meeting in Florida. Yeah,
Ah,
in Florida, and he was about to prepare a very important speech, yeah, to talk to his stakeholders and everyone in attendance, yeah, all those McDonald's people, Florida. When he was writing his speech, what happened? He had a heart attack and he passed away. He died, guys. He
mm.
died. Yeah. It's not so much of a sad story, but the good part of it is McDonald's immediately, the board of directors immediately got together and they appointed, they promoted a guy named Bell. He's a very talented person. I think Bell is an Australian, a very
Mm.
talented person. And they have a process, they have a talent management process that everybody, some key people are ready immediately. So what happened? Bell took over the helms, become the CEO of McDonald's, and he took Ray Kroc's speech and he gave the speech on behalf of Ray Kroc. So
Mm.
that's how fast you need to make sure that you have your talent ready at any time. Yeah, talent
Wow.
ready at any time. Yeah, you know,
Wow.
guys, just a few days ago, I looked at the number of people who passed away, who died because of the pandemic until today, 35,000 guys. Out of the
Mm.
35,000, I've lost friends, key friends. I've lost members, families, yeah, but not close families, lah, thankfully. Lah. But, these are the things that we need to prepare. We talked about VUCA so many times, guys. The new
Right.
normal is the VUCA normal, very uncertain. We need to be prepared. So it's all about, if you are in the organization, if you are head of the organization, make sure you have people ready, your talent. Make sure you get the best people. I remember a story when I was looking for a security guard in the
Mm.
factory. Very simple. I asked two questions only. Boleh baca? Boleh tulis? If they say, yeah, boleh, yeah, boleh. The second one, boleh. Besok datang kerja.
Wow.
As simple as that. But now,
Mm.
no more, guys. No, no more. Now, we are able to select the best people. Yeah, because why? We cannot give them the lower salary that we used to give
Yeah.
previously. Now we have the minimum wage. Uh-huh. Now we have minimum wage. By the way, if you guys are head of organizations, you an entrepreneur, have you looked at the minimum wage and how does it impact your organization?
Hmm.
Guys, remember, by the end of the day, doesn't matter. You have your talent. Talent is very important for the organization. When I
For the
talked
sake
about
of
leadership,
the
right?
audience, what is the current minimum wage in Malaysia?
So the current is 1,500. Yeah,
It
going
used to be
500.
lower, right? 1,002.
1,002, but
Mm.
it has not been so to say uh, formalized yet, but it will be formalized, guys. It will be formalized. Yeah, but
Mm.
every organization is already looking at it and is already changing it.
And
Uh,
when you say organization, you're not just looking at big corporates, right? It also applies to small companies that want to retain employees or good talents as well, right?
the authorities have given guidelines on
Mm-hmm.
who to give 1.5 and who to maintain the old one,
Mm.
but still a lot of confusion.
Mm.
Guys, I lived in Bangi, Bandar Baru Bangi. There's a lot of factories, and two
Right.
days ago, 2 days ago, there is one Japanese company. Yeah, the one Japanese company that I don't want to mention the names lah. This company manufactures aircon. You guys,
Ah,
yeah. And what happened? Yeah, automotive aircon lah. Yeah,
right.
I passed through the company, going to the market, and what I see a lot of people picketing outside.
Ticketing.
Just 2 days ago. Yeah, picketing. Yeah, especially because they say if you are giving the new employees 1,500, so we also want something. So
Mm.
that, guys, is a catch-two situation. You want to you want to follow the rules, the guideline set by the government, but you also need to make sure that you know your existing staff, you want to also keep them motivated because they are talent, guys. They are talent, so it's very important. Yeah, very important that I hope they resolve this, and it's not just them, everywhere around the country. it's something that is still discussed quite heavily lah. Right?
I see, I
But
see, I see.
hey guys, again, let's go back to the talent management. Talent management. There's a lot of stories about talent management in Malaysia also. You see the parent, the father, take the son into the organization, and the son was having a good time. Yeah.
Hmm.
And by the end of the day, when the father passes away and the son takes over the helms of the company, what happened? The company goes bust. Yeah,
Goes
company
bust,
goes
yeah.
bust. Yeah. So there's a lot of examples in Malaysia. I don't want to mention any organization, lah. Otherwise they will sue me, lah.
I've worked with clients like that before in the past as well. Actually,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Once,
Mm,
just a quick story since we're on this topic.
yeah.
Once I had a client because I work in ITs and I run
Mm,
an IT firm, right? And one time
mm,
a client came and they said that they have a budget of 300,000. They want to create an
mm,
app for
mm.
selling furniture. So it's supposed to be
Oh,
an app to whereby in the app before you buy the furniture you can actually view it in your living room, so there's somewhat of a augmented reality kind of feature
wow,
inside.
wow,
So it's
wow.
actually a higher end project, right? So 300,000 was the budget. I said okay, we can work with something, although
Right.
for that kind of technology it's quite expensive. But and we were going back and forth, we were discussing the terms and
Mm,
stuff like that. All of a sudden,
mm,
when we were about to conclude the meeting, I
mm,
mean conclude the deal, they were actually very agreeable to everything. But what
right.
happened was that on the last minute before we signed the deal, what happened was that they said they suddenly had a change of tone, and
Mm,
they said, "Oh, can we put it on hold for a while?" And we wanted to, suddenly there's some blockage there. Just like you
mm.
say, clock. Something is
Clock
clocked, lah.
pipeline.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So, I was like, okay, okay. Eventually, I did a little bit of digging, and I got hold of the company's their auditor,
Mm,
and just so happened I made good friends with him, and he
mm.
explained to me what happened actually.
Right.
So what he said was that the boss of the company actually got the son to run the show, and what happened was that
Mm-hmm.
the son took that 300,000 and
Wow.
started a gambling rig, and
Wow.
all of the money was squandered away. 300,000
Oh
just gone
no.
like that.
Oh no.
Yeah. So that is a real life story that I actually witnessed with my own two eyes with you know
Right.
companies employing their own children. Also, I mean directors, they get their own children without any experience, and especially younger folks, right? Is without the experience, they
Right.
don't know that all these traps. They think that the short term they can earn a lot with gambling. Setting up
Right.
some form of a gambling rig, but
Right. Right.
it's short lived, and it really sent the company downhill. But yeah,
Right.
back to you, Azizan. Sorry about
That's a good
yeah.
example. There's a lot of organizations are facing the same problem. You
Hmm.
know why? Because I looked at family businesses. Because sometimes these are the examples that I've seen. Family
Hmm.
business. But then again, you know, how the succession. Looked at leadership pipeline, talent management. Then you can lead on to succession. The succession management actually started from family businesses. So that's how
Mm.
it started. So you must remember, it's just like the let's say the royalty. When the
Uh-huh.
sultan passes away, the sultan passes away before he is being buried, he automatically the son will become the will take over the position. Yeah, take over the position. The son, prior to the father passing away, the son has already been appointed as the deputy or the crown prince. Yeah? So
Right.
that is how the succession then initiated, started. But then again, guys, if you have talent in your organization, this is what we have also. I think I talked about this a few weeks ago. The Charles, the Prince Charles syndrome.
Prince Charles
You guys
syndrome, yeah.
remember the Prince Charles syndrome in talent management? What do you think Prince Charles syndrome is
It's
in
like
talent management
everything
succession?
is spoon fed to you, right?
No, no, almost
No?
lah. Very, no, no. You know, you groom your people, you grow your people, you train your people to become leaders in future. But then again, when are they going to be the leader?
Mm.
Prince Charles, Queen Elizabeth just celebrated her platinum anniversary. 50 years as queen. So probably I don't know, but this is how why the syndrome came about. Prince Charles has been groomed to take over, but then he would probably ask himself, when do you think I can take over, become king of England? 50 years I've been waiting, I've been
Hmm.
ready. The last 30 years I've been ready already. And in organization, you need to manage people like this. You have talent. If you don't have position, how do you want to address these people? They
Hmm.
get frustrated in their performance, are good performers, they're talented people. Eventually, they go down. So you need
Right.
to manage. Yeah, that's very important. So it's all about retention. Yeah.
True, true, true.
And, yeah. So now you know something. Prince Charles syndrome.
That is quite an interesting name that
Yeah.
he use. Huh? Is you can remember it
Mm,
really well. But
yeah.
anyway,
Yeah.
I think we are nearing the end of the show. Azizan, do you have anything to add on or summarize before we go?
Basically, talent management is important in your organization. You have people that you brought in. You pay a lot of money. You invest in a lot of money, a lot of time in terms of your resources, and make sure that you retain them. Yeah, you manage them effectively. Yeah,
Mm,
it's the future of your organization. We cannot be forever in organization. Yeah, and you need to develop them to make sure that the organization prospers and continue.
right.
That's it. Right.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you, Azizan, for sharing today, and thank you to all the viewers for joining in.
Okay.
Really
Right.
appreciate your viewership. If you like to support the Big Chief channel, there is a support link below. Also, really quick, we are live every weekdays, 8:30 to 9 o'clock every weekdays. Do catch us live, as well as do the obligatory like, subscribe, share. So love you guys. How and good night, everyone. Bye bye.
Right.